Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to another edition of Can't Have Shit in Detroit, baby. Yes, man. It just announced by Woj that the Detroit Pistons are not going to be playing Blake Griffin anymore until they can figure out, it says right here, a resolution, a New Year's resolution to his playing future, man. So Griffin currently got 2 years, $75 million left on his contract, right? And I'm gonna say, no real hard feelings about this one whatsoever. Blake Griffin, the first year he was here, he was a lot of fun to watch. Brought some excitement to Piston games. We got to the playoffs. I still remember, the game one or whatever, where he was literally playing on a broken leg or whatever, bro. So that was really cool. But regardless, man, it's understandable. This season in particular, the Pistons have been way more fun to watch without Blake Griffin playing. And that is just because, Griffin is great. Like, when he's motivated and his skills are showing, man, he can make that three-point shot, handles are good, everything. Doesn't dunk the basketball anymore, which, I want some crazy-ass dunks from him. I wish we could have got one. We never really did, man. But regardless, just not a good fit in Detroit. He's still a good fit on our team. I don't know if he is for $75 million, man, but regardless. And let me just point something straight out, man, for all the bitch asses out there that think that the Pistons are going to give up some young players or draft picks to get rid of Griffin. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. The Pistons have all the leverage in this case, man. They could just not play Blake. And yes, I guess in theory that's kind of mean, but, when you're getting paid $75 million, not living up to that money if you don't fit in the rotation of the team at that point, or to the point where you can get traded for literally anything out there, I mean, that's not really the team's fault. You signed the contract at the end of the day, right, man? So, we got people saying that the Pistons are going to give up, first-round draft pick or, give up Josh Jackson or somebody like that to get rid of Blake Griffin. Makes zero sense whatsoever for a rebuilding team. And as far as, other people are saying too, man, cut Blake Griffin, stretch out his contract. Bro, we just got done paying Josh Smith $5 million a damn season, bro. We are not doing that same shit all again with Blake Griffin. Once again, makes zero sense whatsoever to stretch this man's contract out. It's like we are rebuilding. So at that point, you just kind of hold on and next season will be an expiring deal. So maybe at that point you can kind of convince the team to take him out for one season, but I don't really see it happening for 2 seasons unless maybe he agrees to get traded and then declines the player option or something like that and re-signs for a less amount. But once again, I don't know why Griffin would do that unless he really, really wants to contend, man. Then maybe you agree to some sort of buyout. Maybe you agree to a $20 million buyout. I could see stretching that out for a season or two. Sure, why not? But even that case, it's for the Pistons, that still doesn't really make any sense whatsoever because it's not like we're going to be contending in the next 2, 3, or 4 seasons. So in the meantime, that limited cap space that you might get or that cap space you get by not stretching them out is going to be important. Although at the same time, though, if Griffin is tied for 2 seasons, that's also cap space you don't really get. But I guess that doesn't really matter. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't want to stretch out the contract where it's we're still paying him 5 years down the road. You know what I'm saying? In times where we're trying to get free agents to maybe take on the next piece of the puzzle, to hopefully contend one day, man. That's the goal in the end of the day, right? So, it's just no really hard feelings. I still like Blake Griffin wherever he goes to. If he goes somewhere, so there's no guarantee with it. I'm still going to root for him, right, man? So, he was a really fun player to watch at times, but also times this season in particular could be very, very frustrating with some of the ball stoppage he does out there, man, and some of the kind of arrogant 3-point shots where he'll do all this James Harden stuff and throw up something that looks kind of. Some games he makes it and it's fun and we win and it's all good. In other games it's not, man. But yeah, we were currently on a 2-game winning streak, and I don't think Griffin played either one of those games. So, and the Pistons looked good. We're on a 2-game win streak, man. Not so that damn 20 years. Not so that 20 years, man. But, so right now, Blake Griffin on the season. Maybe if you all can see the stuff right here, man. If you can't see him, I do apologize. Okay, we've got Griffin this season, man, averaging. Actually, you might be able to see if I. Yeah, there we go, man. Perfect. Actually, it's not perfect because it's just in the way right there. There we go. Crunch it down, man. Number crunch right there. Griffin this season, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists per game. On about 32 minutes a game, man. He's actually playing less this season than he did last year. Although I guess last year he did have injury issues and stuff like that. They only played 18 games last year, man. So, shooting 32% from 3. Not bad off 6 attempts. Like I said, it's doesn't tell the full story because there will be games where he'll go damn 6 for 7. You're like, oh my God, Steph Curry out there at the power forward position. And other games where he's 0 for 10. You're like, for the love of God, please don't shoot another 3, Griffin. So, it doesn't tell the full story with these very J.R. Smithy with that shot and everything, man. But I think one thing we have to remember is that, Griffin is only 31. That's not like old. Yes, the injuries is definitely a big time issue. But we also got to remember just 2 years ago, man, the 2019 season, this man playing 75 games was an all-star, had his best season. Damn, that was his first time being an all-star in a long time, bro. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists per game. That was on a new team. I guess he did play 25 games the season before, but even that was like, this was a full-on season where he was motivated, let's get Detroit to the playoffs, and he played really good, made the all-star team and everything, man. So, do I think he can ever return to that? I'm not quite so sure, man. Like, Griffin as your first or second option is not going to lead to a championship. It's sad to say, it's just not really going to lead to a championship, though, man. But really, like, the thing I'm trying to wrap my head around is, if the Pistons and Griffin agreed to do this, I cannot for the life of me think of any sort of trade that could happen right now to get this done. I really can't. There's just no team that are going to take on that salary, man. Like let me look at these team rosters real quick here, man. We got like let me shrink this up real quick here, guys. There we go, man. Like Celtics, I've heard talks to them. I don't know what type of salary cap they have, man. I know like Tristan Thompson. I don't think he's on his $18 million deal anymore, is he? With the Cavaliers, I don't think he is. I mean, I guess something there could possibly exist. Brooklyn Nets would need to be solely by a buyout, or you give us Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant or James Harden. That could work. New York Knicks, like, I don't see them giving up Julius Randle to get Blake Griffin, so nothing like that's going to happen. 76ers, wouldn't it be ironic if we traded Blake Griffin for Tobias Harris again? But yeah, that's not going to happen. Tobias Harris has been really nice this season. Toronto Raptors already got Pascal Siakam. Bulls have a whole bunch of young players, no like extremely large contracts. Cavaliers, I mean, you could do a Kevin Love type of thing, but what does that get either team? It literally keeps you as a stalemate, so that's not going to happen. Pacers not going to happen. Bucks make 0 sense. The Atlanta Hawks, maybe a sign and trade of John Collins, but once again, that doesn't make any sense for the Hawks to do, because like it's like if you're willing to pay Blake Griffin that much money, then you're at that point you're willing to play John Collins that much money. Charlotte Hornets, all they really have for like large contracts is Gordon Hayward, maybe like a Terry Rozier, but it doesn't make sense, man. Miami Heat not happening unless you want to do like, I guess you could do like an Iguodala and whatever, maybe like a Goran Dragic and like a second round pick or something. If you really want to go that direction and, go like full on Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero point guard, I suppose. And maybe the Pistons even go like the line right in that case. I suppose maybe I could kind of maybe potentially be convinced of doing that, man. Orlando Magic, not happening. Washington Wizards, it would take Russell Westbrook, but once again, man, that doesn't make any sense for the Pistons to do, as a rebuilding team. Nuggets, I don't think Paul Millsap has a really large contract anymore. Timberwolves not happening. OKC Thunder, don't see it happening. Unless they give us like Al Horford, who I don't know how many years Al Horford has left. No, he has more years than Griffin, I believe. So the Pistons wouldn't really want to do that either. Trailblazers, no. Utah Jazz, not happening. I guess maybe for like Bojan Bogdanovic, doesn't help the Pistons. That's what I'm trying to get out of this video here, man. Like, none of these trades, it's like, yes, you can think of scenarios and contracts to get something done, but at the end of the day, Detroit ain't gonna do it if it don't make sense for their team here, man. So I'm looking at it and I don't see a scenario. You guys let me know in the comment section below, man. Do you see a scenario where Blake Griffin can get traded? If that's the case, how does it happen? And keep salaries in mind, man. So one of my followers on Twitter at ChrisFlakes2K was like, we'll give you a 2036 second round pick. I'm like, okay, what salary are you going to attach to it, man? He was talking about the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, to get something, you unfortunately got to give up something matching wise. That's why we have a salary cap here in the NBA. So Blake Griffin, wishing the best for you, man. That's all we got. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, guys.